Hey, listen, today we're talking about Valentine's gift ideas here on Being Basics. Oh, hey there. Welcome to Being Basics with Bob and Michelle. Welcome to sunny Saugatuck, and welcome to our home and kitchen. Hey, listen, today we're talking about Valentine gift ideas. And I got a number one idea for you, and that is coffee in bed. It's worked for me for years. I think it's why Michelle married me. But there's nothing more romantic than getting your coffee in bed, and I've got a perfect drink for you that I think you can make at home. And it's a sweet vanilla coffee. So let me get started with that. Now, I've made some coffee using BIGGBY Best. That's one of our farm direct coffees. And I did it using the pour over method, but frankly, you could have done this with auto drip, or you could have done this with a French press. It really doesn't matter. The idea is you need a cup of coffee, right? And that's the base of the whole thing. Now we're going to use one of these mugs that I've got right here. They're available at BIGGBY Coffee, but they're glass and they got a cork band on them. And I really love them. I love them a lot. Now I've taken the cork band off of a glass and taken the top off the glass so that we can see the pretty pour when we get to that. But this sweet vanilla coffee is going to have sweet foam on it, right? So the nature of the sweetness is going to come from that sweet foam itself. So the first thing that we're going to start with is the sweet foam. So let me do that.
Haven't we done that in another episode?
Oh, we have. We've talked about sweet foam in our last season and all kinds of flavors. Today we're just going to make vanilla. But we also talked about it using something that's called a Zule whipper. Now we're not going to use the Zule whipper today because maybe you don't have time to get this. You can get it on Amazon.com. It does a beautiful job of making sweet foam. So we've got a kitchen hack for you. You'll see it in just a second. All right? So sweet foam is really easy to make. You just need a container like this, and it should have measurement markings on it. I always work in milliliters, but you could work in cups, doesn't really matter. But our first ingredient on this, of course, is heavy whipping cream. And so I'm going to get 100 milliliters of whipping cream in here. I mean, the measurements don't have to be absolutely exact. And in order to turn this into sweet foam, we have to whip this up, not to like whipped cream consistency, but just to basically double the volume. Now, the two ingredients that need to go in this to make it sweet foam, this heavy whipping cream, is about a tablespoon of sugar, and I'm just going to dump that in. And the other thing that we need is about a teaspoon of vanilla. So 3 ingredients. I think pretty much anybody can handle that, right? And our kitchen hack today is going to be to use this mixer, but with only one head on it. All right? And we're just going to stick it in here and get it started and take it up to its highest setting and get it whipped up to about double the volume. So I'm going to be looking for this to hit about 200 milliliters to be just right. We got to go a little bit longer. And the motion, I'm going to have you get in close, is it's up and down, up and down. And our goal here is just to whip in as much air as possible without getting it to stiff peaks so that it's like whipped cream. I think that's going to have to do it for us. You might have to go a little bit longer. You'll be the judge of that. All right, we're going to get our pretty glass back, and we're going to load in some coffee. I just made this coffee fresh, pour over method. And we're going to take it to just below that line right there. And I'm going to add a little bit of the sweet foam, because what I want to do is make this drink look a little bit like a latte. Now, it's not a latte because a latte would have to be made with espresso. This is just made with coffee. And once we get that latte look, we're going to pour our sweet foam on top. So the nice thing here is we've got coffee and dairy and sugar already in here, and of course vanilla. And now we're going to just pour our sweet foam on top as a, there we go. It's a really pretty drink. And if you want to give it a little bit of a kiss for Valentine's Day, you would give it a little bit of kiss with some hot chocolate mix or some powdered cocoa. You could use cinnamon, whatever you like the most. Now I also want to say it's easy to make these non-dairy or plant-based too. We often use oat milk. At BIGGBY Coffee we have oat milk, almond milk, coconut milk. We've got them all. We like a particular brand because it whips up nicely just like milk. It's called the Barista Blend, and it's formulated specifically to take that air just like milk does. All right, now just imagine delivering this beautiful cup of coffee to your significant other, your sweetheart, in bed, and what a great start to Valentine's Day that would be. All right, if you didn't, by the way, want to go through all the fuss of making that kind of drink, you could always just go to BIGGBY Coffee and get a couple drinks and bring them home and serve them up the same way. If you go to BIGGBY Coffee, you might consider, they do have a few other Valentine's gifts. There's this great cold beverage glass, and it says, "With love" on it. Definitely for Valentine's Day. It's a really sturdy plastic, BPA free. Let me get that right back in there. Sorry about that. And then the other one that we have is this sort of hot pink. And on the other side, it says "Be and Be Loved." Super high quality. This is all stainless steel. You can see that in the inside. And it's got a swivel top to boot. So maybe your Valentine's gift would be to make a drink, and then maybe later to go to BIGGBY Coffee and get some more drinks and a gift card and a couple of gifts, and boy, would that be a home run. All right, those are my gift ideas for Valentine's Day, but I do want to remind you, our stores, they carry these items, but they might run out. You can always get them at BIGGBY.com, and you can always get BIGGBY Best at our locations, and you can get BIGGBY Best at Amazon.com and BIGGBY.com, whichever is easier for you. And if you have any Valentine's Day ideas, I'd love it if you let us know in the comments below. And so until next time, I want to leave you with this. If you love the world will love you right back. Happy Valentine's! Hey, thanks for joining us. For future episodes, click the subscribe button. Bean Basics is brought to you by One Big Island in Space.com with 2 G's.